Hello Rakshith sir, how are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
I am fine sir. Firstly, congratulations for the huge success in the Kannada.
Thank you.
So you are coming to Telugu and all the best for that.
Thank you so much.
Sir, before we go into the film, I have to tell you one thing. Both Telugu and Tamil industries are always big markets. And Malayalam has become popular due to after the OTT surge. And Kannada industry was relatively on slower side. It was you with your films actually bought an identity and also made the industry so popular.
Thank you.
You should get that credit.
Thank you.
So coming to Sapta Sagara, this film, this is a romantic drama. It has so much of emotion, so much of depth, so much of pain. Usually in Telugu, these films were popular with a limited section of audience. Those who love those films, they call them as cult classics, but their section is very limited. In fact, I don't even remember when was the last time we made such a film and impressed the audience. Moreover, this film has relatively new faces, except for you to some extent. Remaining all are a bit of unknown faces for us. Why do you think the film will work with Telugu audience?
I'm not looking at like we are not doing a big release, first of all, and we are not looking at say that it will work with every Telugu audience which exists. But we know that there are people who will like this film.
Yes.
As soon as we release the film in Kannada, we knew this film should travel, like, it shouldn't be, we even in Kannada also, before the release, we didn't do big marketing like what we did for Charlie or what we did for ASN. We actually in Kannada also, we released it in a smaller way. Yeah. There were only one trailer and two songs which we released, which is also a lyrical video with lot of photos of Manu and Priya. Only with that we started, and because of the word of mouth, it started spreading, and it became so big. Okay. And this we had planned this right even before, like 2-3 months before the film release, that this is how this film should grow. Otherwise, what happens is, like, you project a film in a certain way and make full big publicity for certain films. When you do that, all kind of audience who probably this film is not catering to, even they might come to the theaters. Okay. Looking at the promotions, and then because it's not their film, they will take 1 or 2 watches to understand the film and to like it. The word of mouth might come very, very mixed. We didn't want that. We wanted only the audience of this film to come to theaters by just watching the trailer, and if they like the trailer, we were sure that they like the film too. And from there, the word of mouth should start spreading, and that's how this film should grow. And then if the rest of the audience who will take 2 or 3 watches to understand this film and to like this film, when they come to the theaters in 2nd or 3rd week, since the word of mouth is good, they'll come with some
kind of expectations
which they won't be disappointed with.
Okay.
And we want after Kannada, we thought that 3rd week, 2nd or 3rd week, it should release in Telugu. But as soon as we released in Kannada, and the Kannada version was going really well in Hyderabad. Yeah. We didn't have many shows. We had only very few screens, but every screen which we had got in Hyderabad was going houseful. And we started seeing a lot of bloggers, who watched the film and showing their love towards this cinema. And when we saw these bloggers talking about the film, we realized that then there is a market.
Yes.
Probably, and these kind of films, as you said, it is to come in 80s, 90s. Like today's love story is very different. Yeah. Today's generation is very different. Today's love story is very different. But somewhere, in a lower middle class, there might be a couple who still loves, like they loved in 80s and 90s. The films like Pallavi Anupallavi or Geetanjali. So these are the films was loved during those time, and those audience are there somewhere. We just have to search for them. And once, if they make the film big, then the rest of the audience also will, out of curiosity, they'll start coming and start seeing, what is this about?
Sir, Charlie was released pan India. So you are telling me now that based on the response for the Kannada version, you decided to release this film in Telugu.
Yeah.
So this film was not originally planned for the Telugu release.
In a sense, we were expecting.
Yeah. So what is this idea actually? Usually most stars, what they think about it, once they go to pan India with a film, they get popular. And they will try to increase their familiarity with the audience of other language, because they will try to dub every film of their in all the languages. They will try to ensure simultaneous release. But on contrast, you have taken a cautious approach in releasing this film. Is this not contrasting? Because only when you release so many films, you get familiar to the audience here, and you will get, your market will get to increase.
I'm not in a hurry.
Okay.
And see, for me right now, it's about building my profile.
Okay.
And that's what I'm doing. I believe, as much as result I'm getting for Charlie or Saptha Sagaradaache Ello during its release, I will see the results even more when I make my next film, which is Richard Anthony.
Yeah.
Because that is actually me. Because I am not just an actor. I am a writer. I am a director, and I'm a filmmaker.
You're a multi-talented personality.
And so all put together, that is me. So that will come out only in Richard Anthony now.
Okay.
And when I do Richard Anthony, I know that's a film where I want to reach across the country.
Okay.
That is the film. And when I reach through that film and I reach across the country, people will surely want to see that what he has done before this. And at that time, probably, when they watch Saptha Sagaralu Ello and 777 Charlie or ASN or Kirik Party or Ulidoru Kandante, at that time, they will value those products even more, because, the guy who did Richard Anthony did such an innocent character in Saptha Sagaralu Dhaati Ello, did such a introvert character in Charlie, did such a quirky character in Avanesh Sriman Narayana, did such a lively character in Kirik Party. So the profile is changing completely with every film. But all the results, I believe, in a bigger scale, it will come to me when I do Richard Anthony.
Okay. So quite a few films from Kannada are recently being dubbed into Telugu. Two prominent examples in recent times. One is Kantara, Your Brothers, and another one is Hostel. That is, you are associated with the film as well. So both are big hits in Kannada, and both are critically acclaimed. But when they come into Telugu film industry, they have got two contrasting results. Mm-hmm. Kantara is a very big blockbuster here, while Hostel Boys is a disappointment. But both are successes there. There might be two things that went wrong with Hostel. One is it may be a marketing failure, and the second one is it may be the content may not be connecting to the Telugu audience. There can be only two reasons. Yeah. So, did you do any market analysis of what went wrong with Hostel and ensure that mistake did not happen to this film? Hostel is you are associated with Hostel, so I am asking you this.
For me, Hostel Hudugaru was a proper Kannada film, because the things what you enjoy in Hostel Hudugaru is a very relatable to the engineering students of Karnataka, and for me, the way they shot the film, the cinematography, all that was beautiful for me. And see, as soon as it travels to some other state without any star value, then the kind of marketing what you have to do here is very different. Yeah. Because the kind of marketing what they did before the release in Karnataka was humongous. Okay. They had like 10 teasers probably. Every month they used to come up with a teaser, and they started this like from 2 years back. And they made a teaser with me. They made a teaser with Puneet Rajkumar sir. So they made a teaser with many stars, and that team was so creative that that every star who watched their work, they wanted to help be associate with them, so that film gets its full credit. What happened in Karnataka also, they were not stars.
Yes.
All new faces only.
New faces.
But it got its publicity because of the kind of marketing strategy what they had, which they didn't apply in Andhra.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it was a hit in Karnataka, they thought
The word of mouth
will take it. But see, in Karnataka, the kind of small teasers what they left, so people were prepared that this is the kind of film they have made.
Yes.
It is not something new. But probably when it came to Andhra, people expected a college film, like a Kirik Party, something like that, which it was not. So probably the projection of the film,
maybe.
probably. Kantara, obviously it had a divine element, so it will touch everyone. Anybody who believes in certain things, it will touch you, and last 20 minutes you go to goosebumps, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So,
and will it work? Will it work for Saptha Sagaralu Dhaati? As I said, I'm not looking at big release.
Big numbers and big opening.
I want the film to reach
Naturally grow on the audience.
Organically.
Yeah.
And I'm curious in the sense with this kind of publicity, not much publicity, how it grows in Andhra and Telangana.
Yeah. When you are taking a film to different set of audience, the quality of the dubbing is very important because only then the audience will connect to the emotion, performances and everything. Dubbing are of two qualities actually. One is OTT standard dubbing and another is theatre standard dubbing. I heard that this film was priorly dubbed for in 5 languages for OTT. What is the quality of dubbing we can expect from this movie?
So, we have dubbed...
because why I am saying you is most of the films that come on OTT dubbing, mostly they are of substandard. You know that better.
Correct. Luckily, I have built a team in each and every language who do a very good job when it comes to dubbing. Okay. Because I've dubbed this during ASN when we were dubbing.
Yes.
We searched the best of best teams, and we didn't want to compromise on anything when it comes to dubbing. So we, among our ADs, we had 2 people who have watched Telugu films right from their childhood, who speak Telugu at home, and they had taken in charge, and they worked with the Telugu dubbing team. And the Telugu dubbing team, they know what kind of standard we are looking for. Similarly for other languages also, and in in 777 Charlie, we continued with the same team, and we got the same result. Okay. So we have not compromised anywhere in ASN and in 777 Charlie. So the same team has dubbed for this film also. Okay. So quality wise, there cannot be compromise. That we do not compromise on, even for OTT.
Okay.
Even if it is coming only on OTT, like when we dubbed for this film, we dubbed it for OTT, yes, but we always knew that there is a chance of theatrical release, which we are not going to neglect.
Okay.
So, and even if there is no theatrical release, people, when they watch it on OTT also, they shouldn't feel that it is a dubbed film.
Yeah.
So we have taken complete care of that.
You are also the writer, so I think so you will not compromise on that.
Because
the writer understands it better.
When it comes to cinema, we will never compromise on anything.
Yes. Yeah, you called your films as side A and side B. Usually the normal terminology is like part 1, part 2. These are most popular with the audience. When you are calling a film with a different terminology, is side A, side B. Back then when you conceived this idea, are you not apprehensive that this terminology will reach to the audience?
Today's audience are smart enough, so we don't consider our audience to be dumb. We believe they're very smart. And see, whenever there are two parts and you want to say part one, part two, not every film is, sometimes you call episode 1, episode 2,
Yes.
sometimes you call chapter 1, chapter
Yes.
2. So based on, why do you call chapter 1, chapter 2 if it is based on a book?
Yeah.
It is always called chapter 1, chapter 2, because books are like that.
Yes.
And this our film has a very strong connection with the old time cassettes.
Yeah.
If you watch the film, you will
Yes, yes, yes.
you will
The
know.
tape record cassette.
So the side A and side B is the idea of
idea.
of the cassette.
Okay. Even the idea is as creative as your films.
Oh, thank you.
So, coming to a general topic, Triple R has changed the face of Indian cinema, actually, our Triple R film.
Yeah.
And there is one more Triple R in your Karnataka. You, Rakshith Shetty, Rishab Shetty, and Raaj Shetty. Have you three people came up with any idea to uplift your industry above other industries? You have any secret ideas? Because you people are making so different films, and you have become the identity of this industry.
In a sense, see, we cater to a sect of audience which probably has been ignored in Kannada for a long time.
Yeah.
And but yet at the same time, Rishab is very commercial in
Yeah.
that aspect. Among us three, although we cater to a different sect of audience, Rishab is very commercial. I am probably very balanced, and Raj is more towards, even more towards
Critical.
yeah. So that's the beauty of it, that no three people can be one.
Yeah.
At the same time, we still cater to the same audience.
But how did this happen? You three are three different people. At least in the mindset, you are three different people.
Yeah.
And you make three different kinds of films. And yet you cross-involve in each other's project in some way or other. That's not for one film or two films. You cross-involve in all of your projects quite often. How does that happen?
Mine and Rishab's journey is for a long time. Like, Rishab, to be frank, he came as an assistant director to the industry even before me.
Yeah.
But I got the first hit, Simple Avadlon Story. And when I did Hudugaru Bekagiddare, he assisted me as an assistant director. And then I did a film with him called Ricky, which actually didn't work well in the box office. But then I wrote Kirik Party and I gave him that film to direct.
Yeah.
So we have a long-term association. In fact, Rishab's idea of films was very different. I took a hammer and beat his head every time that no, this is not that. This is how it has to be. After Kirik Party, obviously, he started doing his own films, and then I started doing my own films. I met Raj very late that way, when I probably after Kirik Party and before ASN, there was a gap, and that's when I met Raj, when he did Ondu Muttayagate. And him has a personality, I love him because he's a very nice person. Always, if he's there around you, Rishab is also like that. He'll make you laugh. He'll keep you entertained. But Raj is a different kind of an entertainment, and that's when I think we started getting closer. And we come from the same place.
Yes.
But the beauty is that Rishab is 50 kilometers this side towards Kundapura. Raj is 50 kilometers this side towards Mangalore, and I come in between Udupi.
Yeah. So how does this happen actually? You have all started at almost at humble backgrounds, but all three of you are growing in your careers. At some point or other, a sense of competition or sense of jealous, even you may get jealous at some point of time. How did you still manage to keep that bonding together?
In a sense, we believe in ourselves so much that there cannot be jealousy. So it's more about making good films, and jealousy. I believe jealousy is an emotion which will only burden you.
Yes.
It won't help you to grow. So there cannot be those kind of feelings. we love making cinema, and not just for three of us. There is space. If you make good film, there is space for everyone.
Everyone, yes.
The world is big, and especially in today's market, you can reach the world. You can make a film here in Andhra or in Karnataka, and you can cater to the whole world. That's the space we are in right now. That's the kind of world we are living in right now.
Yeah.
And if we feel jealousy among us three, then where is the growth? We are talking about the whole world.
Yeah. Probably you are on the right track, but the world is not as such.
They'll come to the right track someday when they realize.
So I have watched quite a few interviews of you. You are repeatedly mentioning that I'm not after the number game. You have, for example, there is Yash, 2 films, and totally it has changed everything for him. Today he is a pan-India star. But you are not in the number game. If you have a brand, Rakshith Shetty is a brand, and you have success. If you can push a bit further, you can also get into that ladder.
I'll come there too. The thing is, see, 777 Charlie or Saptha Sagaradaache Ello, I can't do these films after Richard Anthony.
Okay.
But I want these kind of films in my profile. Whereas, for example, when I did Godi Banda Sadala Maikattu, that film I can't do it today.
Yeah.
After Kirik Party, I wouldn't have been able to do Godi Banda Sadala Maikattu. So I had to finish that film before Kirik Party. And before, it's like you play a big game once, create a bigger market, and then in that market do few experiments, and then you know that you're done with few experiments. Now play even bigger game.
Yeah.
So that has been my strategy. I'm not in a hurry.
Actually, we are in a hurry because if talented filmmakers like you success, if the commercially also if you are success and the creative aspect also is success, both together will produce wonderful films actually.
I'll come there.
So you are releasing this film in Telugu now, and there is a plan to release in Malayalam as well. Tamil industry is also equally big industry. Why not Tamil?
In the sense, Charlie didn't do that great when in Tamil. But see, if the film wants to travel, then it will travel. We believe in cinema, and when we say that cinema is bigger than us, so I believe there are few films which will decide its course. We think that we did marketing, we did this, because of that this film worked. Obviously, all that is true, but that also the film is demanding. The film demanded for 777 Charlie. The film demanded for a North Indian release across the country, and it demanded that kind of a publicity. But this film is not like that. This film has to travel on its own.
I don't know if it is true or not, but many filmmakers usually they come up with I call it as an excuse. They say that Tamil audience are resistant to other language films relatively. So it is very difficult to penetrate into that market. They say. Do you agree with that?
Not completely, because there has to be a start first of all. Because it is not that Charlie didn't do anything in Tamil. And if not this, at least KGF did well in Tamil, Kantara did well in Tamil. If the film is good and if people want to watch it, they'll come and watch it. Yeah. Irrespective of even in today's date, even Hollywood films are getting dubbed in Tamil and people are watching it.
Yes.
So I don't believe in that, but sometimes the penetration has to be slow. And you have to decide on, you can't just close your eyes and say that every film I'll just release it. Yeah. I'll do marketing and I'll release it. You can't do that. You have to see, for each film you have to take different decisions, because each film is different. So in fact, to be frank, a film like Saptha Sagaralu Dhaati can do even better in Tamil, because there are many examples in Tamil in recent times also, which caters to these kind of emotions. They like films which are little going towards a little tragical also. Like there was a film called Kadal, and there are many examples like that which they have appreciated.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to know. I just hope that the fact that Charlie did not do well in Tamil will not discourage you to releasing
No,
your
no, no,
films.
not like that. See, that, as I said, this film has to travel. So we knew that it will travel to, after getting good response in Karnataka, it will travel to first Andhra and Telangana, and then it will travel to Malayalam, and then if it still has the potential, then it will travel to Tamil Nadu also.
Yeah. So the other day you were calling Telugu states as land of cinema. I should thank you for that.
No, but that is the truth.
Yes. So one more thing I wanted to ask you. Whenever a Telugu big stars film releases, on online especially, I see that quite a few people are complaining that Telugu version is releasing on a large scale in Karnataka, and original Kannada version is not releasing as much as this Telugu version. And there are even some boycott calls as well. Can you help me understand what exactly happens there?
In the sense, see, I don't believe in that, first of all, because any good film, if somebody is releasing in a bigger way, which means that there is a market. People are watching it.
Supply and demand.
Yeah. But there are all kinds of people. So there are people who don't watch it will obviously comment on it. People who are watching it because they are watching it, there are so many shows. So I don't think so. It is wrong in any way. Especially in today's time, there are very few, not many filmmakers who are doing, films in Kannada. There are the filmmakers. The number of filmmakers in Kannada is very limited. So which is why in a few of my interviews in Karnataka, I was calling for new filmmakers, because that is very important for an industry to grow. And when you have very few films coming, the theatres has to do their living, right?
Yeah.
So
no, it was not about Kannada films. It was about, for example, Triple R has released in Karnataka. Triple R Telugu version will release in 80% of screens, and Triple R Kannada version will release in 10% or 5%.
Because see, Karnataka is used to watch film in its original language.
Yeah.
In other states, people want to watch the film in their own language. But Karnataka, right from 80s, it is used to watch films in its original language. Yeah. I believe there are many reasons to it, because see, if you take Karnataka, where we come from, first of all, it was only Mysore. It was only called Mysore, before the independence, and half the north part of Karnataka, belonged to the Hyderabad province. The other part of Karnataka belonged to the Bombay province. Yes. The down part of Karnataka belongs to the Chennai Madras province, and Karnataka was Mysore region. It is only after independence that they all the Kannada speaking districts were added to Karnataka and made into. So basically, we come from all province. Yeah. One state which comes from all province. So I believe, instead of this is the truth now, we have come from there. Yes. So we should take advantage of it and make use of it, instead of crib about it. Because of this is where we come from. We watch every language. We are used to watch every language film in its original language, and we always understood although we don't speak, we understand Tamil also, we understand Telugu also, we understand Malayalam is a little difficult to understand, but that's where we come from. We understand Hindi also.
So help me understand. We have so many stars in Telugu. Who is the most popular one, or who has most box office pull in Karnataka? Your observation in current actors. I believe you watch quite a few Telugu films.
So I think it's more than the stars. It's a director now, who's Raaj garu, who has the biggest pull. Yes. Not stars. I think if he makes a film and releases it in Karnataka, people.
At least in non-Rajmouli films.
I think, see, Allu Arjun garu also has a good market, and Junior NTR garu also a good market. Mahesh Babu sir also has a good market. I don't know who has the best market for sure, but I know for the fact, because I know the numbers, what Bahubali did in Karnataka 1 and 2 and what
Obviously, it's everywhere Rajmouli.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's always better to discount Rajmouli and talk about others when we talk about these things.
Very true, very true. But that exact numbers I have not actually followed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, coming to this film, so what do you want to say to Telugu audience?
So this film is a proper theatrical experience film, because this film is a poetry, and there is a journey which you will take. Probably that journey you might take it, even if you watch it on smaller screen also, but on a bigger screen when you're watching it in that dark environment, you are alone watching it. You're not watching it with people around you. Although there are people around you, you still are. It's a personal experience because of the dark environment, and the sound designing which Rajakrishnan sir has done for this film is just magical. Obviously, Charan Raj's music has, and the kind of ideas what Hemant also had, gave that liberty for Rajakrishnan sir to do that sound designing. But what he did is magical, and probably that experience you shouldn't miss it if this is your kind of film.
It was very nice talking to a multi-talented person like you. We are looking more and more films from you also. And all the best for Richard, this film and our next coming films, Richard Anthony and Punyakoti.
Thank you.
We are looking forward. Thank you, and all the best from M9 News.
Thank you.